Hello folks, I hope that you're doing well. Welcome back. If you are returning back, if you're upright out there, thank you for being upright in the earth. My name is Shannon if you are new, and there's a video down below that I would ask for you to go take a look at before you continue on in this on this channel. I feel energy and I'm feeling it right now, and sometimes it affects me having to navigate through it and talk to you all. It's just something that I have to deal with, okay? But I tell you who I am and what I'm about and what this channel's about. And if you opt out, then thanks very much for, stopping by. I guess you got to go away. Otherwise, come on back here and welcome, and all of that. My channel's very intense. I do a spiritual work here against demonic entities. Those things are real. And I stand for the Most High God, and I've proven that the scriptures found in the tarot, it's been one of the best kept secrets it's ever been, okay? I'm a firm believer that a lot of people in the Illuminati and things like that have separated people in their little pyramid here. If you go look, you can find the church within the pyramid. You can find all kinds of different organizations and stuff inside that pyramid. It's ridiculous. But they took spiritual people and separated them and fed each people whatever they wanted to feed them in their spirituality. But there's only one God, one Lord, one King, and his name is Jehovah Elohim. And he swore by himself, and he said, there is none beside me, and there's none beside him. And there's one called Lucifer, the Luciferi fairies, people that are high and lifted up, like trying to be like the high, the Most High God's the high and lofty one. And Lucifer said he was going to lift himself up like God, like Jehovah. Okay? And a lot of people have no idea what they're serving and who they're serving. Okay? And so things that are going on behind closed doors with some stuff within matters and spirituality and all the nonsense that we find ourselves in right now in the earth realm is so twisted and fragmented and whatever. I go into all the earth here on my channels to teach about the true God, the God that don't mess around, that is cut and dry. You don't have to question who he is, what he stands about. And there are conditions with God. And then hear me out. The Most High God is very, very, very merciful. But he's only merciful and gives you mercy and grace by condition of his commandments. Okay? You don't keep the commandments, you don't have no mercy and grace by the Most High God. And it's important that people know that information, because people are going to hell in a handbasket. And he's for you keeping the commandments and walking by his truth, which is his Torah, which is in the tarot. Okay? And so if you stay, you're gonna find a different type of a work here that I do, that I'm called to do for the Most High God, Jehovah Elohim. Take it, leave it, do whatever you got to do with it. I'll just stop there and just get into this reading here. If I can find one person that'll turn from wickedness, then may Jehovah Elohim, maker of heaven and earth, get the glory for it, because he's here to save people. He is the Savior. And he sends saviors into the earth, like he tells us in the prophets. Okay? What good is it, people, to be in the earth realm if you ain't going to do upright things in it? Have you seen the crap that's in our earth because of people doing just crazy sensual things? It's going to hell in a handbasket. What good is it for you to get up and just get up and go do your day and have no worth about it. I don't know. Don't want to understand it. There's the devil himself coming out. Well, the Luciferi fairies. The Luciferi fairies. The devil. The fallen entity that is filthy, dirty, demonic, and Jehovah rebuke you, Satan. This is very karmic energy, reaping and sowing, cause and effect, okay? And it's nonsense. If you look at the devil card and the lover's card, and the lover's card is the third letter of the Most High God's name, and I show you what the Most High God's name looks like in the tarot. Okay, there is a video somewhere down below, I believe, that will show you. But the devil is an imposter. These two cards look identical. The only problem is two people with the devil are tied up, and the other two people are free and blessed by the true, Elohim of the universe, and the devil is a blind bat that's fallen. This Five of Wands shows strife because somebody is jealous over the true connection, and somebody dealing with the karmic. Mosai says for us not to be unequally yoked. And somebody got a jealous piece of freak here around some competition on a relationship here. And these people are in error. Somebody's trying to have a relationship, or the devil's trying to have a relationship and be an imposter to something that's actually supposed to be here. But we got strife going on with some nonsense out here, folks. We really, really do. We really, really do. Why is this here? Bunch of people fighting, and there's that's evilness. Okay? Making a decision or turning your back on something or trying to get your ships to come in. There's communication out here around some stuff. Okay? Somebody could be feeling insecure about that communication. I say that because there's 8 wands out here, which goes to communication. Show me more information here. Feeling insecure. There could be secret physical exchanging going on here as well. There's 11 pentacles that came out, which is going back and forth about a decision. This is a decision card. Somebody fighting around a decision and showing up like grown adults that are acting like kids here. That's crazy. Throwing somebody out or being giving. What's the truth? What's the truth, folks? Because somebody needs the scales over their head for some murderous nonsense out here and some perverted stuff in a really bad way. Somebody's got a decision to make. It's Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. She showed herself very heavily this week on my table. We ain't playing no manipulating game here. Okay? Don't have time for it. Don't have time for games and for emotional games and some crybaby whatever that is in the negative, and somebody taking advantage of somebody who is kind in the upright of that energy. Show me more information here. The World card. This is about ending some nonsense out here, folks, in a really big way. Okay? There is an all-consuming fire, and it needs to go to the devil. Okay? Somebody is being pressed. Some type of grabbing a hold of somebody and plundering them. That's ridiculous. And somebody's giving some type of a bribe out here for that. I don't think so. I'm so sorry. I don't think so. Absolutely not. The High Priestess. This is the House of Jacob. Being inside the house, right? Somebody's dealing with a drunkard out here, really, really bad, involved in some stuff that's going on in a very secretive way, or something already took place while somebody was drinking, or something like that is out here in a really big way. And somebody's got secrets out here, and there's shame attached to those secrets. And somebody stinks in a really bad way on a matter, on something that's happened out here in a really bad way, folks. In a really, really bad way. Somebody got corralled into some nonsense out here like a little charmer, and now there's a mess out here. Somebody's contemplating. What is it that, what is your problem? Your problem is that you're fallen. Your problem is that you are fallen. Let's get the word of the Most High God out here. Let's get the word of the Most High. The Most High God's going to plunder his enemies. Something's over here. The World card out trumps it all. What do you want to say, yeah? We have the moon coming out here. This is about secrets. It's also about laying down, hunting, chasing things in ambush. Military talk could go back to this energy as well. Okay? Somebody's in deep mud out here in a really bad freaking way. A lawgiver is here. Okay, a governor is here. Well, wait, what are y'all gonna do? What are y'all gonna do? Okay, the lawgiver goes to Yehuda, right? Goes back to the Mashiach. Anyway, Galatians 5:22 and 23 says that the fruit of the Spirit is love. Should I throw somebody out and say, God, look at the service that I did for you? And Christ said that would happen. They'd be throwing people out and saying, look what I did for you, God. And you're in error. If somebody does deserve to be thrown out because they have lost their soul, and they don't care, and they're a murderer, and they're out of control, they need to go behind bars and then be put down out of society so that people don't have to pay their tax dollars for the idiot that's lost their soul. They deserve to be put down, folks. It's out of control. The fruit of the Spirit is love, and it's joy and peace and long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, and temperance. And against such, there's no penalty there. Okay? Somebody's the devil out here. We have a fool out here that we are dealing with because the devil's out here. And a stone is weighty. And the sand is weighty. But a fool's wrath is heavier than them both. And we got wrath out here on some nonsense. It says, where there is no vision, the people perish. But he who keeps the law, happy is he. We have the lawgiver out here. What is the vision? That word for vision or the law is the Torah in the Hebraic language, okay? And the law is a light. So without the law of the Torah, and like I said, I've proven that the tarot has the Torah in it, the high priestess is holding this, okay? It's spelled T-O-R-A, and I don't know if you can see it very well in the camera, but the word for the law in the Hebraic language, in the transliteration of it, is T-O-R-A. Thank you, Jehovah, for bringing it out. Don't care how emotional that is for you to understand that the light, it comes from the Most High God. It's a perpetual law. It's a moral law. It was there from the beginning of time. And you got false people out here wanting you to think that God just, that law don't even exist anymore. He's eternal, folks. He's eternal. And where there is no vision of that law, that light, his commandments, then the people perish. They die because this crap is here. And his law is about love. And if you walk in love and in his truth, you'll fulfill it. You'll fulfill it. Let's get some words out here. Circle, a renewal and a destruction. Circle around a large areas here. Something about behind closed doors. A baby situation is out here. Okay. They did do it on purpose because we're dealing with the occult. The Most High God brought it out yesterday. And by God, that stuff is nasty. Mischief. Okay, well, it's out here. There is mischief. Somebody secretly is trying to do that. I talked about that just a second ago. It was out here. There's fraud issues around some stuff. That's why they're doing it. They think they're going to get away with the fraud. They think they're going to wipe their face like a little fool does and go on and eat some more of God's people up. And like it ain't no big deal, but they're going to be in great fear because the Messiah is in the generation of the righteous, and righteousness comes by his law, his Torah, folks. This is the house of Jacob. He says, I don't sleep or slumber over those people. They're my inheritance. The highway of the upright is to depart from evil, and he that keeps his way preserves his soul. We have a murderer out here, and we have somebody trying to do some nonsense on purpose, and people killing people, and the innocent. And the Most High says he will avenge for the blood of his children. Temptation. Well, that devil's out here. That's incredible. There is movement out here, and somebody says, I cannot deny how I feel anymore. Well, for some people it's positive. For some people it's not. I don't know. Some people need to be very careful on what they're moving in. Okay, because if you're moving in temptation, there's evilness there. You're going to die at the end of that. If your movement is of the truth and you can see something, and you won't hesitate. I don't care what it looks like to other people, but just because they don't have no understanding of something. God says, I hide things. It's His glory to hide a thing. And if you have a king on the inside of you and you belong to the house of the Most High God, then the king is on the inside of you, and there is a divine sentence in the mouth of a king, right? If you go look up that word king there, it'll also take you to a queen. Okay, so male or female, there is no male or female in the spirit. We all be the sons of the Most High God, right? Because he said, you kiss my son, or at least I'd be angry with you. And we all, his sons, his daughters, they prophesy. And you touch his kids that are keeping his law, you in big trouble. And anyway, that word there for a divine sentence, that'll even take you back to witchcraft. But we ain't doing witchcraft. We doing a judgment. He says where that Scripture take you back to judging things. What I do here on my table is a judgment against wickedness, okay? And who's going to say to a king, what are you doing? Especially if the King of Kings tells somebody go into all the earth, all the world, and to bring the light so that people can see. And those who are in great darkness see a great light, right? Okay, and so some people have a problem with what I do here because they don't have no understanding of what's really going on, because most guys really trying to get wicked people to turn away from stuff. They ain't never going to go into churches. But they go into churches, they don't understand what you're saying. So most I said, I'm gonna teach you, honey bunny, what's in the tarot. The tarot's got the Torah, which is the light, and so everywhere where I can be found, I got to go make my name straight where they took it and try to do some twisted stuff. And so I'm gonna make it out for good, and you're going to talk to people that you can talk their language so that they can understand me. That's why I do what I do here. Okay, some people got some nonsense going on, and it's time for you guys to turn away from this crap. We got murders going on and things that are happening on purpose to children behind closed doors, and somebody got some mischievous stuff just because I'm going to try to get away with some fraud, and you ain't going to get away with no fraud, because Messiah's going to make sure he protects his people, and he's going to put you down to the pit of hell. The word cook keeps coming out. Well, it's hot like an oven, isn't it? It's hot like an oven. The Pentagon is here. Well, anyway, the Most High trying to get some people to understand that he's God. And he's got an agenda to save people. And those people who don't want to get on the right side, he's going to say, get away from me, I never knew you, and you're going to go cook and fry.